The importance of furthering yourself through education is paramount for many women. I knew that. I went back to grad school after my first was born and got a doctorate in clinical psychology. But getting your college degree is a major route to professional success. Joining us today is Hala Mansour. She's a single parent, a former U.S. Marine, and a returning war veteran from Operation Iraqi Freedom II. She's here to tell us how she balanced her responsibilities with her goals to achieve success. Welcome, Hala.
Thank you.
I feel like I should be honoring you here. This is amazing. Tell me your story. Did you always think you'd grow up to be a Marine?
No, not really, but growing up in Africa and moving to the States, once I graduated high school, at the age of 19, I joined the Marine Corps. And in due time, I was deployed to Iraq, and I spent about 3.5 months over there, but I sustained an injury. And it was non-combat, but we had to come back home. I had to come back home.
So while you were going through a succession of surgeries, and in the hospital, you decided you had to revamp your life and go back to school. What were you looking for in an online university?
Well, I was looking mainly for flexibility, a curricula that's understandable, something that I can work with without too much emphasis on time constraints and, power outages and whatnot. And, and the accreditation part of it was very, very important, of course. And the drive really behind it all was the unexpected with the injury. I took so many things for granted. I didn't expect I was going to get hurt. So coming back was a huge eye-opener to get myself on track with education.
And the university you found was?
Jones International University.
Jones International University. Now, we were talking earlier, and I always had this perception that online universities were kind of impersonal, but you did not have an impersonal experience at all, did you?
No, the experience was fantastic. It requires a lot of self-discipline, time management, and it's very, very flexible and convenient. And the staff and the faculty were out of this world. They were amazing. I mean, Jones International University has a saying that says the gold standard university. I try every chance I can to pitch that. It is the gold standard. Instructors all over the world, faculty pretty much on standby with any question you have. The structure of the program is where, each week leads into the end result of a project. And one of the philosophies they have is starting with the end in mind. So the layout of the entire program was to keep the end in mind, leaving that entire room for flexibility and for self-initiative to move.
And instructors were even available by telephone?
By telephone. I mean, we have instructors in Germany, in India, and Panama, by phone, by you name it, in messenger service, email, they were there. I can email a teacher at 2 in the morning and still get a response 2:30, and I can leave an email for the advisors and get a call by 8 o'clock.
It's like you have private tutors.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so you also charged through. In 12 months, you got a master's degree in education.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you?
It was a phenomenal experience, and again, I can't thank enough the faculty and staff. And Jones International University has many, many, many letters from me. The tuition assistance they offer and the financial aid was very, very helpful to help me balance and figure out my personal finances as well. And it was just a magical...
Also aid to military personnel?
Absolutely, yes. And there's a lot of programs in that school that's engaged with the military. It's amazing. They even have the Troops to Teachers program. Tons of flexibility, tons of resources.
Hala, you are an inspiration.
Thank you.
Injured in Iraq, single mother, goes back to school online while she's in the hospital, gets a master's degree in education. Before we go, what are you doing now?
Right now I work for Oberon Associates as a training developer and instructor. And I'm a contractor with Oberon for the U.S. Army.
And yeah, how ironic. Although your career with the military ended, now you're a contractor with the military.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Next up, if your socks are disappearing into an alternate dimension, mine always seem to be, you'll want to stay tuned.